All right, everyone, welcome back to Breslov Efrat here in Shira David, Baruch Hashem. After another successful Nate's Minyan, Baruch Hashem. What a schus, and we had a beautiful Tanya class from David Jerome. Baruch Hashem, everyone should listen to Rav David, he's amazing. Baruch Hashem. All right, so we're in the middle of Likutey Halachos, Hilchos Tzitzit. We're in Halacha Hey, and we're up to letter 5, and we're up to letter Zayin 7. All right, we're in the middle of that, and we're discussing this unbelievable concept of teichacha, giving teichacha, who can give teichacha, when should teichacha be given, when should rebuke be given, how can rebuke be given, and so on. So we said that there's a time and place for everything. There's a time and place for everything, and one thing I would like to say before we begin is this, that we always have to know that anytime we have our session of Hisbodedus, when we're talking to Hashem, the whole point of Hisbodedus is to lift us up. The whole point of Hisbodedus is to bring us to a good place. And if we ever feel that we're going down a road, that in our Hisbodedus, that it's taking us to a dark road, and I'm not ready to deal with that, so the same way, there could be a court proceeding, there could be a case going on in court, and the lawyer will ask, can I have an adjournment? I need an adjournment. So too, we can have an adjournment. We say, okay, you know what? I'm not ready to try this case yet. I'm not ready yet. I will get ready for that, and then we will deal with that. In other words, that doesn't mean that during my Hisbodedus, I'm always ready to deal with all my situations. If I feel I'm ready, I should take it on. If I'm not ready, move on to something else. Because the point of Hisbodedus is to lift me up, not to bring me down. Why? Because if you lift me up, so then when we learned that the whole idea of teichacha is to give rebuke in a way that's ner di nosan reach. In other words, that when you do it, you make the iniquity, you cover it over, so to say, with a perfume. You cover it over so that way it doesn't have a foul odor. That's the whole idea. In other words, you cover it over.
This is rebuke on self, you're saying.
That's what we're going to deal with today, especially with somebody else. But yeah, today we're going to deal with oneself. I just wanted to give you the premise of what we're going to do.
When you say bring us up, I find when I do Hisbodedus, I feel connected to God. It's
yes, that means connected to God, and you feel positive. You feel positive when you're connected to God, right? But again, when you're speaking to Hashem, if the other side is still strong and he's trying to pull you down, even though you're speaking to Hashem, so don't go down that road.
Yes.
Don't go down that road. And if it didn't happen to you, that's great.
Yeah.
But we have a lot of people, and it may happen to others. So therefore, that's why we're discussing it. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you're by nature, if you're doing something introspective, it can get, you can get hard on yourself.
You can, but again,
you shouldn't.
You have to be physically fit for that challenge at that moment.
Just saying, move
Don't
on.
do
Turn
the
page,
don't
move
do
on.
exactly.
Talk about something else. Stay in the game with Hashem. But
Stay in the
on.
game. Move on to a different topic. Change that. Put that on the back burner. I will have to deal with this at one time, but I'm not ready right now. My situation right now is not allowing me to deal with that, because the whole point is to get me closer to Hashem. And if I'm getting closer to Hashem, then I'm being successful. So let's see what Rav Nosson says now. So therefore, if a person wants to even give rebuke to himself, and we said that the nature is, like we were learning in the Tanya, the whole idea is the other side is trying to pull you down. That's all he's trying to do, is trying to pull you down. So the Yetzer Hara is trying to, when we're judging ourselves, sometimes we're very hard on ourselves. We're very hard on ourselves because it's the Yetzer Hara. He's trying to pull me down. He doesn't want me to understand there's such a thing as Teshuva. Right? The Yetzer Hara says, look, you did it. You spilled the milk is spilled, and there's nothing you can do about it. So then I have a problem. You're right. But if there's a way I could pick that milk back up and put that milk back in the cup, I could fix the problem. So then that's a whole different game, right? In other words, the whole idea of the Yetzer Hara is trying to pull me down, that says what you did, and there's no way to rectify it. But we know that tshuva can rectify anything if it's done the right way. All right? Don't knock yourself down. Don't knock yourself down. The whole idea of the rebuke and the whole idea is to pick somebody up, not to knock him down. Chas v'sholem. Yoyse al yedei teichachtei. Don't, because you're giving the teichach, if it's going to push me down, don't go down that avenue. Move away from that. Shaloi yachlish is that. A person shouldn't have a fickle, he should have a weakened mind. Because he's going to remember now. He's going to bring back those memories of those days that he's sorry that happened. Those days that he's not so happy with things that he may have done at that time. Until it could just knock the person down completely. Totally knock him down, because he realizes how dark the situation may have been. And then he'll just say he'll throw in the towel. Isn't that the expression they use? They throw in the towel? Right? You throw in the towel. Right? Is that the expression?
Yeah.
He'll throw in it.
Or you tap out.
Tap out. Okay. Whatever. Okay, good. Chas v'sholem, right? Al kein tzarich l'daktek lahates klapei chesed. And therefore have to be very, very careful to turn towards the way of chesed. Lechapes limsoya ba'atzmai. I have to find within myself, al kol panim eiz nekudas tayvus. I still have some positive points. Rav Nosson will always bring Reish Pei Beis into every one of the lessons. So if this seems familiar, it is. But we need chizik in this so much so, because the Yetzer is so strong. So Rav Nosson just wants to really drill this into us, and he reminds us every so often through the lessons that you have to find those good points. We all have good points. And we have to focus on the good points. Focus on the good. So the teichacha should be in a way of chesed. It'll help me. Why? When I understand that I have this dark thing, this thing that I may have done, that I'm not proud of, but I understand that I can transform this thing, I can transform this iniquity and turn it into a merit. Wow, that's thrilling. Right? When a person realizes that, when a person's beginning his path, getting closer to Hashem, he sees the darkness in his life that he's been involved with, and that darkness can just pull him back down. He said, I can't get close to Hashem. But when the person, as he gets closer to Hashem, and he's working on it, he'll understand what tshuva is. He'll understand how beautiful tshuva is. He'll understand that those things that I was trying to hide till now, I can face them head on. I can face them head on, and not only can I face them head on, I'll be successful with transforming them into something positive. You like that?
Yeah, I tried. There was something that I did when I was younger. I'm not going to say what it was, and I had to, talk to Hashem many times. So I finally said, okay, I did it. It wasn't a good thing, and I don't do that anymore. And the guys.
And you feel remorse? You felt remorse that you did it?
Yeah, but it doesn't.
That's what tshuva is.
But it doesn't make me feel like, oh, now I'm happy. Now I'm happy I did tshuva.
No, but no. So that's the point. See, because you still think that thing is there. That's the whole point we're trying to bring out here. You see, that thing that you weren't happy with, that you just mentioned, whatever it was, I don't want to know. Please don't mention it. Whatever that thing was, it was dark in your eyes. Yeah. At this point, it was something that was dark in your eyes, right? So what we're learning is when you did tshuva, you felt that remorse, and you felt that you were disconnected from Hashem at that time. And that's what led you to do that thing, because you had a disconnection from Hashem. But now you feel connected to Hashem. So you could revisit that thing, and you could say, wow, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, maybe it was because I did that thing, caused me to search for you, because I thought I couldn't ever do this thing. I thought I was okay. I thought I was okay with, I can talk my way out of everything. But this line I will never cross. But now that I crossed that line, you say to yourself, wait a second, I have to do tshuva. I have to come back. I have to find God. You understand? So when you find God, that iniquity, that thing that was dark, becomes very bright. Because that may have been the thing that brought you back to God. And that was the whole point of you coming in this world, to come back to Hashem.
However, I'm with Hashem, and I'm talking to him about something I did. So it's not like it doesn't feel like it brought me to Hashem. When I came to Hashem, I realized I need to do tshuva.
Right.
And I went through that process. I'm just trying to understand.
Okay, so do you remember what David was just saying a few minutes ago? He was saying that when you do something in this world, it's eternal in the next world. It's nitzchi, right? So what does it mean? What was that statement? What does it mean it's nitzchi in the next world? It means whatever I'm doing in this world is constantly going on in the next world. It never gets turned off. In other words, David put on his tefillin, so though he's wearing his tefillin now for eternity in the next world. That action it's constantly going on. Why? Because in the next world, this Hashem made in creation, past, present, and future. That's only in this world. He made this concept of past, present, and future. In the Olam HaEmes, there's no such a concept because there's no concept of time. There's time in this world, which leads me to have, this is the present, that was the past, this is going to be the future. But if there's no concept of time, there's no past, present, and future. Correct?
Right.
So when you're connected to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that thing that you were doing is still actually going on now. It's still going on. It works the other way also. It keeps going on. But you could take that thing now and turn it around. In Shemayim, you're turning it around in Shemayim. You're taking that thing that was eternally done. Because no matter what we do in this world, it's eternal. Whether it's positive or negative, it's eternal. Everything that we do. So by now you can revisit that eternal thing, that eternal misdeed, whatever it was, and now you can grab it and you can flip it right there. So it's actually something different.
Then it's not eternal anymore.
It's eternal now for the positive.
Positive.
For the positive. You brought it over, you fixed it, you rectified it. You rectified it. You understand the difference?
Yeah,
So when
I understand.
okay, no,
I'm trying to grab what that
I understand.
feels like.
Again. Western civilization doesn't allow us to understand this. In our upbringing, it's a foreign concept to us. This is a foreign concept from all the things that we read and the books and all the things. But when we understand, wait, hold on a second. We have to understand, what does it mean when I'm talking to God? What does that mean? What does that mean? That means I'm tapping into eternalism. I'm eternal at that moment. I'm tapping into that because I'm with God. I have a neshama, right? You say in the prayers every morning, Hashem put this neshama in me, and eventually He's going to take it back, but He's going to give it back to me for eternity. Did you say those words? You remember those words? Right? So what does that mean? That means there's a part of you that's eternal. True? So you're tapping, when you speak to Hashem, you're tapping into the neshama, and you're connecting it back to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You understand what's going on? So when you're speaking to Hashem and you're in the right frame of mind, when you're in the right frame of mind and you're thinking the right way, so then you can visit those things, you can rectify them. You could, so to say, nip it in the bud. Is that the expression? Can we use that expression? Nip that thing in the bud, right? Nip it in the bud. Why? Because I'm in the right state of mind to make that rectification. I'm in that right state of mind. But if I'm not in the right state of mind, I shouldn't go there because then I can cause more damage. I'll start thinking that way and it'll knock me down. And it'll have the reverse effect. I won't get closer to God, but then I'll be brought away from God. And that's what we're trying to say over here. Okay, does that help understand? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. L'chazek es atzmai b'Hashem. Yisbarach, to strengthen yourself with Hashem, livtoyach biracham of hatzumim, and to believe in HaKadosh Baruch Hu's eternal mercy. Hashem has eternal mercy. Hashem is waiting for everybody to do tshuva. He wants everybody to return. He wants everybody to return. The Sfarim say, why is the Golus so long? Because Hashem wants every Jew to come back. So the sooner every Jew can come back to tshuva, that's how we can really end this Golus. That's how we can end the Golus. Because Hashem doesn't want to leave anybody behind. Doesn't want to leave anybody behind. When we left Mitzrayim, it says, V'chamushim olu b'Mitzrayim. So Rashi says we came out and we were armed. Chamushim means armed. We were armed. Okay? But the Sfarim say Chamushim also means a fifth. A chamesh, a fifth. Only a fifth of the Jews went out of Mitzrayim. But HaKadosh Baruch Hu doesn't want it to be that way now. Hashem wants every Jew to come out. Hashem wants to bring he wants to bring a geula for all of Klal Yisrael, for all of Nishmas Yisrael. And that's why we think that, the Golus is so long and the Golus is so difficult. Yes, it is, but Hashem is doing that for our benefit. Not for his benefit. He's doing that for our benefit. He wants every Jew to have the opportunity to come back. He wants every Jew to have the opportunity. Unbelievable. This is what it means. What?
I've just learned that this is also the secret behind the Gilgulim.
Gilgul, yes. Why is there another Gilgul? Because Hashem wants the neshama to come back to make the rectification. The person didn't have the opportunity. He didn't have the opportunity the first time. So he comes back another time, and now he can fix whatever it was. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu will put the person in the same situation, the same exact situation. The Kitzvei Arizal, the Arizal writes amazing things. From Nassim brings it in Hilchas Birchas Hareach. A fascinating thing. He said that many times the neshama goes to the next world, and the neshama is made certain mistakes. And the heavenly court says, you can come back into the world, and they'll show the person the mishpacha that'll be in his family that he'll go into, and the situation that'll be in. It's a good situation. You'll be able to lift yourself up. Everything will be okay. Rabbi Nachman says, don't take it. Rabbi Nachman says, don't take the deal. Whatever you did, just whatever they wanted, whatever the punishment is, take the punishment. Be done with it. Why? Because you come back in the world again, you never know how far you may fall again, right? So, but the Arizal says many times we come back into this world, and Hashem puts us back in the same situation. And it could be a person grows up in a religious home. He grows up in a religious home, and he has a beautiful Jewish education, and then he goes off the derech. We see that today. Hashem should protect us. We see that today. Why? How could that be? The guy was in a beautiful home. He was with love, and he brought up with a beautiful Shabbos, and he experienced Yiddishkeit in the most beautiful way. Right? He even has the picture the Rebbe says of him, everything. And then the next thing you know, this guy, right? There's many people have that in their homes, right? Right? Many people. And then the next thing you know, the guy is not keeping Shabbos. He's playing. What's going on, right? You know what the Rizal says? In a past Gilgul, that same exact thing happened. This same neshama was in a family, and somehow he went off the derech. But he never made tshuva. He went off the derech, and he never came back in his life. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu brings the neshama back again to the family. He goes off the derech again to see if this time he'll come back in tshuva before he leaves the world. And then he makes the rectification for his neshama. So he went off the derech, only then that was a plan of Hashem. It's mind-boggling when you understand it. It's mind-boggling. He went off the derech, that was the plan for him to go off the derech. It was the plan to see if he'll make the rectification. I'm just trying to give you a little preview to really what's going on out there based on the Kitzvei Ari. It's unbelievable. We have no idea. What's going on.
But why didn't God put that plan in him? Why did it happen right now, this time in my lifetime that I'm here, where maybe I was here another lifetime and I didn't? So then you get.
We were here. So according to the Rizal, we were all here. Huh? We were all here, and we're all Gilgulim today. We're all Gilgulim. We were here. So, and you know what the amazing thing is? The Rizal also says that we kind of gravitate to the neshamas that we were all part of a group of a past Gilgul. The same people gravitate. It's unbelievable.
We all had something to do.
Yeah, we all had something to do with each other at a different time. Yeah, you see that in Rashi, right? What does the Rashi say when a guy's standing on a ladder? Right? You see it from a Rashi. When the guy's standing on a ladder and he's working with a hammer, right? He has the potash in his hand, he's banging on that. And the guy goes underneath And then somehow he drops the hammer. He had no intention of dropping the hammer. He didn't want to drop the hammer. He's trying to fix something. He drops the hammer. He bops the guy on the head with the hammer, right? And the guy dies. So what happened? What did Rashi say? Well, Rashi says, in the past Gilgal, this is Rashi, right? This is Rashi. This is not a Chassidish Sefer. It's not the Arizal, it's the Rashi. What in the previous Gilgal could be that this guy killed this person inadvertently. Right. So therefore, he has to come back now to kill him inadvertently to make rectification on that. What does that tell you?
If I'm doing rectification, I don't know why I wouldn't feel like I have to kill the person.
You want to argue with Rashi? Sure, that's up to you. You can do that. He's the one parish.
He didn't feel that to kill him.
Rashi's the one.
The hammer by mistake.
Exactly. Yeah. He didn't want to kill him. But again, Hashem does things. He has his plans. That's right. Hashem. There you go. Yeah.
So only 5%, whatever the percentage was, left Egypt.
Yeah. 1/5. But Hashem wants every neshama to come back. This is what he sees, what he says. Liftayach biracham of ha'atzumah. We have to have bitachon. We have to have bitachon. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is eternal. His eternal atzum. It's very powerful. His powerful rachamim. Sheyesh etzlei chesed kazeh. Shegam kol masav haroyim yecholim nishapech l'zechuyos. Look at this. All my negative things can be transformed into merits. What kind of Rahman is it? Is that amazing? I made a mistake, and I can turn that into a merit. It's unbelievable. It's life. I made a mistake, but that's not a mistake anymore. It's now a merit. That's amazing. Afilu hirba lifshaya ma'oid. Even if he has so many pesha is a willful sin. Pesha is a willful sin. He had very many willful sins. Vishonim, many for many years. Harbe, many years. Apal pichen chazle Hashem kiloi samnu kiloi cholu racham of li'olam. You know the song?
Kiloi
cholu racham of ve'amirachem kiloi samnu chazadecha kimeyolam. Here we go. Okay. Okay, very good. Okay. Hashem wants to redeem us. This is really what Hashem wants. And if we understand that, it doesn't matter what we did in the past. We have to come close to Hashem. Hashem wants every single Jew to come back. This is the whole point, that we have to believe in HaKadosh Baruch Hu's Rachamim. He loves every single Jew. You know why Hashem loves every single Jew? Because He is every single Jew. Hashem is every single Jew. Hashem is every Jew. Hashem is in every single Jew. He has the chelik elikam mimal in every Jew. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants every Jew to be well. It's Himself.
Alter Rebbe says that it's so hard for us to think about eternal rachamim because somebody wrongs you once, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Forgive him. He wrongs you again. Fine. Wrongs you three times, 4 times. Forget about it, right? Forget about this guy.
What do you bother, right?
The Eibishter, he says you could do the. You could wrong them. You could do the same thing over and over and over again, and Hashem is still there to
Afilu im hirba lipshoya ma'oid yomim v'shonim harbe.
His rachamim is not like ours.
It's not like ours. That's why HaKadosh Baruch Hu has a powerful rachmanis that we can't even comprehend.
Well, it's compassion. See,
it's compassion.
If you can, to me, what I feel like I'm being trained that I'm always going to look for the good points.
Yes.
And especially as a Kohen, I can't bless everybody if I don't love them. So I have to realize that I have to have compassion for the other part because they just don't know what they're doing. They're good people and they just haven't developed that training or skill yet. So I can have compassion for that and understand it, and therefore I don't have to be angry and I can still love them.
That's a pretty healthy perspective.
Yeah.
But don't forget Pinchas also. He was with Aaron. There's also Pinchas.
Okay, so 1 second. So 1 second. You know, we had Rav Kook, the holy Rav Kook, right? Right? So what did Rav Kook say? He took all the chilonim, all of those left, he took all of those guys, and he would say that, look at this, they're building Israel. Look at these guys. They're building Israel. He found something good in them. Are you going to tell me, well, they were building Israel because they needed a job and they was going to pay them well? So no. Rav Kook says it doesn't matter why they were doing it. They were still building the land. They were building this so we could be here today. You understand? You just have to find something good. You need to find something good. The person's nice to his mother. Is nice to his father. He has a mitzvah. He has a mitzvah. Right? He has 2 children. Oh, he was Mekayim the mitzvah Pru Revu. Find something good that he did. Tap into something good. That's what we're trying to do here. That's the whole Torah Reish Pei Beis Azamra, is to just find good. Don't look at things negatively, look at things positively. That's why when you want to give rebuke to yourself, you do it in a positive way. It has to have a positive result. Not chas v'sholom a negative result. If it has a negative result, that's not his bodedus. That's not his bodedus. That's not the point. Talking to Hashem is to bring you close to Hashem. If it brings the person away from Hashem, stay away. That's not the right thing. Can we do another trip? Let's do another pair. So now this is just a review now. The whole idea of teichacha rebuke, it should be in a way a person has to strengthen himself. That I have to start now. Right now it's fresh. It's a new time. It's brand new. I have to start right now to serve Hashem. I did something wrong in the past. Okay, we'll deal with that. But right now, I have this moment. Let me use this moment for the right thing. Let me use this moment for the right thing. This is what you were just learning in Tanya, right, David? Take the moment, 4:00, you said Thursday, and learn Torah. Get close to HaKadosh, make it eternal. Is that what you just learned? That's what you said. 4:00 Thursday. That's what you said, right?
There's also
there
a song for
I
that.
pay attention to you. See this?
There
you go. Okay. There we go. Not that you should make some more destruction because of the rebuke. That's not the point. Not to fall down more. Because that comes because a person weakens his neshama. In other words, when I do the rebuke in the wrong way, and I don't do it in the right way, I can weaken my neshama. My neshama gets pushed down. Again, what is Tanya? The Tanya says that in this little island, in this little world, there are 2 kings, and the 2 kings are battling. Right? It was a few days ago. There are 2 kings that are battling each other every day. So what happens is I don't want to let the Yetzer Tov be conquered by the Yetzer Hara. So in other words, I have to constantly do things to give more fortification to the Yetzer Tov, so that way he has more power to overpower the Yetzer Hara. Because there's an ongoing battle all through life. This is an ongoing battle. And anyone thinks that they don't have the Yetzer Hara, they're being really fooled by the Yetzer Hara.
But how I look at it is that...
You could look at it any way you want.
No, I'm saying that the Yetzer Hara is there to cause a change in me.
Yeah.
So therefore, I don't want to... You can fight me if you want, Yetzer Hara, and that's fine, but I'm not going to allow that to happen. I'm going to change.
He's going to fight you. He's going to challenge, but he doesn't fight you that way. He'll fight you in a way. He'll fight you in a way like Rav David was saying. Sleep another hour. You don't need to get up, right?
Understand, but I can learn that if I want to sleep another hour, that's the Yetzer Hara again trying to get me.
Okay.
And turn it around. So I have to realize that came from Hashem. Hashem wants him to try and make me sleep.
Yeah, because of Bechira. It's because of Bechira. But what we're trying to learn here is how to give more fortification to the Yetzer Tov, so you recognize that the Yetzer Hara is there from Hashem. You can only recognize that the Yetzer Hara is there from Hashem if your Yetzer Tov is on the right track.
Right, but if
your Yetzer Tov is not on the right track, you could fall and think that the Yetzer Hara is the right track. And unfortunately, a lot of people fall that way.
Well, because we haven't trained them that the Yetzer Hara is from Hashem. We're supposed to do something with it.
But you can only understand that if you have a strong Yetzer Tov. You can see it that way.
But then how can people change? Then you're saying
They can't change by focusing on the good. Focus on the good. I'm good. I'm not bad. I'm good. And these are the reasons why I'm good. These are the reasons why he's good. This is the reason why she's good. Focus on the good.
Can you
It fortifies the Yetzer Tov to see right through the Yetzer Hara.
Can you make an example? I'll give you an example from yesterday.
Yes.
I came back, and there was brekas. You know brekas? hot ברקס.
ברקה, yeah.
זה גז, הדלק הזה שעולים לפה.
אוקיי, אוקיי.
יש שם ברקסים חמים כאלה.
חמים, טוב.
I know that I don't want to eat it. It's not healthy, it's not good, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But
You can
every
eat
time
one
I
bereka.
come back and I smell this smell and it's I want to do it. Now, I don't want to do it this night when I come back from work. How I do it in a good way, as the rabbis say. I mean, because yesterday I just ate it endly and just I'm like maleh te'ava, I'm fat.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
how do I practice this tonight, for example?
So you take. So
I
one
want not
second.
to eat it and to feel good.
Wait, hold on. So
but I know that I'll eat it.
You have to eat something. You need to eat. One second. You have to eat something. We need to eat. That's part of life. We have to eat something. So if we. So one second. So if I understand, and I'm eating this. Kidei lahavres is haguf lelavet is Hashem elekecha. I know I'm eating this.
I don't eat it because
No, but that's how you can make the rectification, to eat it that way, so that way you can have vitality, so that way your body can be strong, so that way you can serve Hashem.
But I won't convince because I know that I don't want to.
Okay, so then I'm sorry. So then you have to think about
I
it.
want to eat something good and tasty.
Okay, there's another
So
way.
eat it. Okay. So eat it.
But I hate it. I hate myself.
Okay.
I want to eat salad. I mean,
Use
that's
your-
why
So
it's not
eat the
practical.
salad,
This whole
okay.
idea, it's only theoretical.
No, use your
I mean,
imagination.
for me.
I'm giving you, use your imagination. So right now, or before you go home, you're in your car, you're gonna get out. You say, you know what, I'm gonna go in and imagine yourself going in and seeing that Berekas and saying, thank you, I appreciate your offer, but I'm not taking it right now. And if your imagination is working on in that way,
Oh, Koyach Hamedami. See, we got the guy going good now.
then you can
It's
go
working.
in
Thank God.
and not
Hashem.
have to eat that Berekas.
It's all the Koach HaMedama. We learned about that. It's
So
all Koach
understand that
HaMedama.
it's
It's all
illusion.
Koach
I mean, while
HaMedama.
it comes
It's all
like this and
Koach
it's inside
HaMedama.
my
You know what
body,
Koach
you're not gonna
HaMedama?
feel like
Yeah,
that.
you know what Koach HaMedama? Koach HaMedama, right?
Okay.
Imagination, right?
Okay.
Imagination. You imagine that this barek is very good. This is good. What is that? That's a Yetzer. That's a Yetzer. That's a
Yeah, it's
Yetzer.
terrible. Now I feel like
Okay,
pizza.
good. So then
It's
focus
gonna be
on.
toilet and toilet and toilet.
Okay.
Really? Makes you go to the bathroom?
I'm sorry,
Can I have some?
Chevra. I'm sorry, Chevra. We have a comedian here in the shit today. I'm sorry, Chevra. It's
Sorry,
okay. It's
sorry.
okay.
It's
It's
a holy man. We are
okay.
very
It's okay.
polite.
Okay. He's a comedian. Okay.
You
All
talking
right.
about both of us or one of us?
No, it's all good. It's good. Because now we got to laugh a little bit. So this is a good thing. This is a good thing. B'teichacha kazois ein zoichin ki im hayedei hatzadikei hador shehem bechinas Moshe shezoichin lebechinas shir shel chesed. In other words, again, when we tap into the teachings of the tzaddikim, Moshe Rabbeinu was able to give the rebuke in a positive way, right? Moshe Rabbeinu was able to rebuke Klal Yisrael in a way that brought Klal Yisrael closer to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, because he's Moshe Rabbeinu. He's the Tzaddik HaEmes. So when we learn that every time we learn the teachings of the Tzaddikim, the true Tzaddikim, they are also an aspect of Moshe Rabbeinu. Every tzaddik that writes, and every teaching that we learn is another aspect of Moshe Rabbeinu. We all are connected to Moshe Rabbeinu. So when we connect ourselves to Moshe Rabbeinu, and Moshe Rabbeinu knew how to give the teichacha that was not the nerdi nosan reach, that it was in that most pleasant smell, the most pleasant aroma that Moshe Rabbeinu was able to give to Klal Yisrael. When we can do that, and we can cause that in ourselves also. Again, the point is not to discharge those things that I did wrong, but actually to rectify them. I want to turn them, I want to transform them into a zechus. I want to transform those things into a zechus. So a person, as he's learning, the more the person learns and the closer the person gets to Hashem, he starts to see what a chesed it was from Hashem, that all of those years, he made those mistakes. He thought, I'm a rotten guy. Look at all these things I did wrong. But when he gets closer to HaKadosh, but when he gets closer to Hashem and he understands the beauty of Teshuva, so then he thinks, wow, what a chesed you gave me, Hashem, that I did those things wrong. So now I can transform them into merits. The famous story, I said it, but let's say it one more time to help you understand this, okay? There was from the Kedushas Levi, right? Rav Levi Yitzchak ben Sarah Sasha's Chus Yogan Aleinu, right? The great Tzaddik. Rav Nosson was very close with the Kedushas Levi. So it's apropos. So one day the Kedushas Levi was taking a walk with his chevra in Berditchev. So he was in downtown Berditchev, right? And he saw in the corner was a big commotion. The police were there, and he didn't know what was going on. So he wanted to see what was going on. So he goes and he sees that the police are arresting Yankel. Yankel's the ganef, he's the thief. So the Kedushas Levi goes over to Yankel. He says, "So what happened?" You don't know, Rabbi. I'm the great thief. So he says, "If you're a great thief, how come they're arresting you?" So he says, even the great thieves, we make mistakes too once in a while. We can also make a mistake. Okay. Okay. So even the great what do you call it? Even the great thieves, we make a mistake once in a while. But don't worry, we'll get out of. I'll get out of jail. It's no problem. So the Kedush Levi says to you, "Why do I envy you? I envy you." So Yankel says to the Kedush Levi, "You're the great illustrious rabbi, and you envy me? What?" So the rabbi says, "Yes, I do, because you're going to do tshuva. And when you do tshuva, you're going to be much greater than me. So that's why I envy you, because you're going to be greater than me." The Kedush Levi said that. But Yankel was a wise guy. Yankel was a wise guy. And Yankel said, if you think so, if you think I'm gonna be great, wait to see another year goes by. Wait to see what's going to be in another year. Look how many more heists I'm going to do, and how many more things I'm going to be able to be. I'll be even much greater than you. He said. But we see from the story, we see from the teachings that all of the things that we did wrong were all a plan from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. It was all from Hashem in order to lift us up. It's all to lift us up. So every time the Yetzer Hara tried to overpower us, and he did overpower us, it was part of the plan of Hashem. He wanted the Yetzer Hara to overpower us so that way we can come to a time that we can come and make tshuva and then lift and transform all of those iniquities into merits. And with that, I want to wish everyone a great day. Kol Tuv.